Let me go.
I'm just writing locations, so go.
Go.
Okay, so our idea here is to use the retention pond area in front of the middle school to show people that we have connections internationally, whether it be like, you know, somewhere close by or, you know, all the way in China and Russia. And what we wanted to do was we wanted to just make these poles to signify each location, ideally painting them with the colors of the flag from the country or island that they're from.
So, like, well, this is the model of the location, which is the retention pond with the 3 steps and the little drainage pipe that goes onto the side. So, this is
this retention pond.
No, it's the one over there
in
next
front
to
of
the theater.
In front of the theater. And
Okay.
there's
With the 3 wooden steps and the big tree behind them.
Okay, yeah, okay.
So this is the main pole. This one will represent Oak Hall. We're going to have it painted burgundy and gold. Then on the top of it, we're going to have like arrows pointing to each of the different places, which is marked by these pins, which are safety-ified. So then you have the 6 different sister cities and schools. David knows the locations. I know some of them.
This is the one in Andros Island, not far below Florida. This is the one in Haiti, one in Colombia, and the one all the way in, I believe it was Guatemala. This is our sister city in Russia, and this is our sister school in Changzhou. And
So it's a combination of sister schools
Yeah.
and
and
cities.
sister cities for the city of Gainesville.
Because I was thinking about it just a couple days ago, but many people don't actually know that we have all these international connections. I didn't know about 5 of these until just a few days ago when I asked Mr. Ho about it. And so I was surprised to learn that we have so many connections internationally. And I don't think many people just
What do
know
the pins represent?
Those are just there to hold it together.
I mean, some of them
Cool.
are like trees, like
I
these.
thought
Yeah.
they were poles or something. Okay.
That's pretty much what it is.
So
'cause, like,
these
there's
point
two
to
here.
where the locations are,
Yes.
and these are actually representative of the different locations.
Yes.
And one
What
cool
are these
thing-
made? I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, go ahead.
I was just gonna ask, what are these made of? What?
The metal poles. We listed our metal pole just like no more than 6 feet for each one, and the idea was just to have something sturdy, but something we could easily make.
You haven't decided
Representative.
exactly on what it's gonna be?
No, it is.
Like it's going to be a
The
metal
pipe?
pole, like
Yes.
pretty much like a pipe, and we're just going to spray paint it the colors of the flag.
And then how is somebody gonna know that this metal pole, it's gonna be spray painted the colors of the flag, but is there gonna be something that says this is Andros Island, or?
Yes, that's what the this centralized Oak Hall pole is. It'll have signs pointing at each one with the location's name written on it.
And they're color coded or something?
Yes.
So
Yeah.
that you know
Well,
what
the
you're
country,
looking at?
they said
Each of
country
like the
flag.
arrows, we're going to have them painted the same color, like
That's
as the flag.
But-
So it represents that.
That makes sense.
Yes.
and
One
so-
cool thing I liked.
Go ahead.
One cool thing I like about this is it kind of shows like how, even though all these places are so far away from us, it's kind of like they're not that far away, like
It gives an idea of where they
mentally.
are.
I don't know.
Okay.
So will there be, other than the name, like this is Andros Island and it's got the colors of the flag from the Bahamas, I assume, will there be any explanation that this is a sister school and maybe what our relationship is with them, or no?
Yes, we can easily make that happen by
Yeah, we
just
can have like a
symbolizing.
plaque like on like the bottom of this part.
Well, not necessarily a plaque,
Well,
but
Yeah.
like the sign, like on the sign, we discussed
Yeah.
this, didn't we?
All right.
So you're gonna need your suggestions? What do you guys, so when they're talking about it, I think you guys don't think about it as them judging you necessarily, but also think about it as they're trying to make your project better.
Didn't you call
Right.
them the judges?
They are the judges. So they're telling you whether or not it can be done. Then they're also going to tell you what they can do to make it better, right? So for instance, if he's mentioning the flags or something to indicate what it is, that's great. Maybe
Yes.
you, in your head, you're like, I know what this is because I designed it. But someone else is looking at it like, I don't know what this thing is because I didn't design it. So maybe a plaque or something like that can indicate we have this relationship or whatever. Maybe there's a QR code on there that you can scan and then bam, you have the
Yeah.
information of whatever. It takes you straight to the site. I don't know. So let them tell you and you guys can ask them questions about what you can.
Well, I I like the idea. I mean, it's similar to what you know, what they're doing with the planets on 8th, right?
Yes.
So it's,
That's actually
That
where
was-
we got our
that was your
inspiration
inspiration?
Yes, that was
See,
our
great
inspiration.
minds. But I think, like, you're right. I mean, like you, I didn't even know about some of these relationships, right? So I think that's where, and it sounds like you guys talked about it, but that's where maybe some plaque or designation on the pole of, well, this is why Andros Island is significant.
Yes.
Particularly in this case to Oak Hall, right? Because we've got this history of probably before you guys' times, we used to take trips down there all the time, and we, you know, helped build a school and a technology infrastructure and all the stuff that happened there. But I heard somebody mention Russia, and I assume that's the sister city of Gainesville.
Yes.
I didn't know that. So I've lived in Gainesville for 24 years, so that's where I think some sort of signage would be helpful.
And that one's particularly cool because it was the first sister city between the Soviet Union and America, was Gainesville and Novorossiysk.
Really?
And because of that relationship, 200 other Soviet and American cities. Gainesville was the first one. And Reagan mentioned it in his speech right afterwards that he was very proud this thing happened. So Gainesville's actually strangely important.
Yeah, it is strangely important. I also think, you know, there's a lot of folks that come on our campus. Like, just think about this last Saturday. We had the LAT forum going on with how many of you know, you guys go live?
No, I did not.
I mean, at least 100 people here, not all from Oak Hall. You had a debate tournament going on campus, and you had a community sports league going on that had, you know, 300 participants, so like up to close to 1,000 people a day that come on our campus on Saturday,
Yes.
right? And so in front of the sports league, like, there's 6 other schools from Gainesville that come to that sports league. So for them to be able to see what you guys are doing here and explain the significance of it, I think really tells the story of Oak Hall too.
That is true. I don't know what more to say about that. That was very
Welcome.
correct.
Thank you, sorry I'm late.
It's alright.
Do you guys have any thoughts about what the feasibility of the project is? Things that can make it a little bit smoother? Or any things that you think that they should change?
What's it do from a mowing?
Oh, it's a nightmare for mowing. That's okay. We've seen worse. Just when you're doing the construction portion of it, if I could have some input in that.
Yeah.
Because, you know, like your painted poles, I don't think you want to paint it all the way to the bottom of your pole
Yeah.
because it's going to get scratched by weed eaters and mowers and that sort of thing.
That's actually where we had the point of like how you can move the pole so you can mow out there and have.
Okay, so you're gonna have these
I
on-
forgot to mention that. I forgot to mention the fact that we're gonna put the poles in concrete so that
Okay,
we
you're
can
going to have a
actually
base,
move them.
concrete base.
Yes, so that they're not easily
Beautiful,
knocked over.
and you're gonna make them where they can be moved without
Yes.
too much trouble. But you don't want all of these folks that are visiting the campus to be able to go
Take 'em.
wreak havoc on your,
Yeah.
Right.
and pull them down and that sort of thing. So,
Always take care of our campus.
yes, they do.
Absolutely.
Have a couple nuclear launch keys so they can't grab it.
Exactly, something, I mean, I think it's a grand
Trip
idea.
wires.
All right,
All right, cool.
thank you, gentlemen. Well thought out.
Yes.
Yeah.